Hey there, dreamers. This is Mama Z. So glad to be with you again. And I'm bringing to you the third and final chapter of I Am the Mountain. I'm kind of sad. It was such a beautiful story. So peaceful. Oh, and dreamers, go ahead and like the video now so you don't forget. Go ahead. And say hi in the comments. And remember to share with other dreamers too. For those of you who've already listened to parts 1 and 2, thank you. We truly hope the mountain's been good to you. And if you're new here, there's more on our Silk Bonnet Sleep Series playlist. Click the link in the description for more wind-down stories like this one to help you rest easy. Now, before we begin this final chapter, let's take a moment to get cozy. Set your volume now to how you like it. And if my voice is too loud, turn it down. If it's too quiet, turn it up. Whatever sounds good. Please be sure to turn off the autoplay feature so the next cued video doesn't disturb your sleep. All settled? Good. Now, dreamers, you're exactly where you need to be. This is your soft landing for everything. Go to bed core. Okay. Eyes close. Unclench your jaw. Remember, resting is your internal pause button. The world can wait. Now, ease your mind. It's time to let go and just be. Let's begin. Callan stirs awake before dawn. Warmed by a new, quiet synergy awaking within him. The air felt softer and warmer now. Winter's frosty edge had finally dulled. The stillness of his environment had not left, but it had shifted like a held breath finally being released. Around him, The snow was no longer frozen with consistency. It was all melting. Tiny rivulets of water trickled down from the rocks. The drops tapped gently against pine needles. The mist lifted from the ground like spirits returning to the air. Callan sat up slowly, his blanket falling into folds around his lap. He looked out towards the valley where flower buds had begun to bloom along bare tree branches. The world was opening up its eyes again. Spring had arrived, not with a shout, but with a whisper. He sat quietly and watched as the sun started to peek over the horizon, ushering in the new day. And so with that, Callan did not speak. He simply rose from his bed and made his way to a flat stone overlooking the valley. It was still cold beneath him, but not biting. It welcomed him. He then sat down on a small but secure ledge and panned his gaze over the valley below. He felt so majestic in the moment, as if he were a king surveying his vast empire and mountainous kingdom. And with his eyes gently closed and his legs crossed, the palms of his hands open towards the sky. His posture is straight and still. He began to meditate, focusing on his breath. He paid attention to the sensation of his chest rising as he took a breath in and then falling as he breathes out slowly. The mountain stretched out before him, ancient and alive, and in the stillness of morning, Callan allowed himself to become a part of it. He imagined his spine tall and wide like the spruce trees all around him, rooted deep in the mountain's heart. His chest opened wide like a cliff face, his breath rising and falling like fog on the ridgeline. And then he simply observed. He felt the seasons pass across the landscape of his mind. Time had passed, and with it, he silently watched and learned as the valley changed all around him. He was there when the leaves fell and snow began. He was there when the snow had gone away, and like a dutiful apprentice, he learned patience and the natural pace of the seasons. He learned not to trust any gusts of doubt or trouble. He would quickly decline worry's offer like an autumn pop-up shower. He had withstood every element the seasons had to offer. The cold of grief, like a quiet winter ache, a spark of joy, like spring's first green leaf. He didn't push it away. None of it. He let it drift through, all of it. I am the mountain, he whispered inside. The winds come and they go. The rain and snow falls, and then they pass. The sun warms me and then fades. Still, I remain. His heart ached, not from pain, but from a flutter of the senses. When we learn to stop, resisting change. Callan whispered, I am not my storms. I am the ground beneath them. I do not chase the sun. I do not fear the frost. I let it all move through me. Callan was truly grounded and rooted in his own solitude. And for a moment, time folded into something so vast and quiet. He felt the seasons he had lived through, not just in weather, but in his soul. The years of carrying too much, the days of hope and hurt and healing, the sort of trauma that is guaranteed by enduring life experiences. He had been immersed in the seasons of life, each one leaving a legacy of its own. All of the seasons of life had shaped him. All of them propelled him forward. All of them gave him purpose. He knew that it was time for this season to end, and that he would start anew. He would pack his rucksack and return to daily life, but he would return renewed. He would return strengthened. He would return solid and grounded. Callan had witnessed seasons of life and light, each season offering its own lesson, bolstering Callan from the inside out as he witnessed the epitome of nature's masterclass. He had been guided by a myriad of blossoms, amber leaves, and wintry snowflakes, and gained strength under their tutelage. The mountain had been a triage of sun-tinged solace. And so, in that soft spring light, with mist rising like incense from moss, Callan sat not on the mountain, but as the mountain. He would never be shaken nor fall again. He would always be still, stoic, and now he would always be alive. He packed his things with quiet care, rolling his blanket, folding up a map he no longer needed, and picking up any and every scrap he could find to keep the pristine condition of the summit. The fire had gone cold in the night, leaving behind only ash and memory. The mountain had given Callan something, but not a lesson exactly, and not a secret. It gave him something deeper. It gave Callan a rhythm to return to. With his pack on his shoulders, he stepped away from the stone where he had sat in meditation. He took one last glance at the spot, now lit in a soft amber light. A place he could always revisit, not necessarily on foot, but with his breath. And then he began the journey down. Summertime was in full effect by the time Callan started his descent. The weather down the mountain was fierce and unrelenting. The sun beamed down with a harsh intensity. Making the air shimmer with heat. Dry winds whipped through the sparse trees and wildflowers, carrying dust and the sharp scent of parched earth. The shadows offered little relief as the humid heat seeped under his skin. The sky is glaring, blazing, a sharp and intense glow. its weight pressing against his chest. With each step, demanding endurance with every breath and step. The summer air felt relentless, bold, and wild, yet sweet like flowery blooms. And it made him pause. Everything around him reminded Callan that even in this harsh season, the mountain's energy was still alive and empowering. Callan moved so slowly, not because the descent was hard, but because he was so grateful for the experience. Every footstep was a slow and quiet goodbye, not a sad one. His thoughts drifted to what waited below. The noise, the lists, the tangled days, and yet he didn't dread it. Because now he carried something else with him. The stillness of that cold night, the patience of the mountain. The truth that storms pass, and the knowing that it does not have to be everything all at once. He could be a mountain, and he could withstand the elements of life. As he neared the base of the mountain, the trees thickened again. Their leaves bright and full. The path began to level. And there, in a quiet clearing, Callan Callan stopped. He slid his pack from his back and set it gently on the ground. Not because he was tired, but because he no longer needed to carry all of it. Some of the weight, he realized, had never been his to bear. He hitched the pack to a tree near the entrance of the trail and scribbled on a note and tucked it into the pack. A few quiet musings for the next person meant to find them. For the time when the mountain had a new guest. Callan was so excited about his idea. Yeah, the pack would remain behind, its contents softened by time. He straightened up, took a long breath in, and exhaled. He walked forward, so much lighter than he had arrived, though nothing had changed. He felt everything had. Because he knew now he could always return to the mountain whenever the world became too much. He could close his eyes, feel the earth beneath him, and he would remember. I am not the storm. I am not the noise. I am the mountain, still, steady, unmoving, unyielding. The mountain is no longer behind him. It was within him, and with that, Callan fades into the distance, walking slowly towards the way home. Dreamers become the mountain and sleep well, and as often as you can, return to the mountain. The end. Good night, dreamers. From Mama Zzz.